Hello, trading has closed on the 4th of April, 2023. We'll do our disclaimer, go over our calls, go over our predictions, and make some calls. This is my trading plan for tomorrow, which is Wednesday, 5th of April, 2023. Please remember, my calls could be completely wrong, and any trade you make should be at your own risk. Call today was for the pattern with the early low, which is this, and tomorrow should also have the early low. We said for the last few days we were in an area where a top could form, but I didn't have any way to count things as the high being in. I think that changed today. There's a good chance this is the high. We just have to confirm today's reversal. After hitting a new high, we closed this is the close here. We closed not only under all of today's highs, under yesterday's high, but even under the late high Friday. You reject that many highs all at once, it's usually not done by accident. There are a number of market leaders, such as the stock AI, that got absolutely creamed today. That doesn't usually happen if you're still going up. This is a pattern which tends to be a positive pattern. When it's negative instead, it should lead to more weakness unless you invalidate it by gapping and taking this high out early. I think that's a tall order. Nothing's impossible, but I think that's a pretty tall order. We have some targets, 41.26.27 and optionally 41.30.16. The higher one we'll forget if it doesn't print tomorrow, and the lower target is still called for by the system. I suspect it might not print because of major changes in trend. AJT practically always leaves an unsatisfied target, and if you don't have one, I suspect that the trend's not over. It's not one of the rules, but it happens often enough. Here was an AJT sell signal near the high that worked, the optional higher target. AJT says this drop isn't the real thing, gives us this target, but again, I think it might fail. Here was a signal to buy. We did trade higher, but it was high enough to satisfy the signal. This drop was called false. It's already retraced, and the wall into the close tends to be not representative of serious money. Many times we'll gap under this low tomorrow. And if it's not serious money, that's what I think will probably happen. This is a reminder of what we said. You were at the top of the channel. I said we could trade higher and still stay on the channel. That's what happened. We got a NASDAQ McClellan Oscillator Bollinger Band reversal sell signal. If we traded up today, it could have been invalidated, but we didn't trade up. And I don't have any figures from today, but it's pretty hard for me to see how that gets invalidated. And that's a valid signal. There are any number of ways we can count this. We'll forget the degree of waves. I don't know if this is the end of blue B or just A of B, but it's possible to count this ABC as being over. Here we are stalling at the top of the channel. A and C are equal. You can count this as an ABC from the October low. It's not the only count, but today's reversal was pretty serious stuff. As long as it isn't invalidated early tomorrow, I think that may be it for a while for the bulls. Because we have the higher MJT target with all this negative stuff, we have to use the mixed signals rules, which are here. Tomorrow's pattern has a early low. We could still give up. There are higher MJT targets, one of which is optional, and if we don't gap down smartly, the rules call for them to print. But if this is a major change in trend, they nearly always aren't going to print. Not tomorrow anyway. They should do it later. Today's normally bullish pattern wasn't. Should lead to lower prices tomorrow regardless of how we close. The NASDAQ McClellan Oscillator gave a Bollinger Band reversal yesterday. I don't have today's figures, but since we dropped, I don't see how that could have been invalidated. We have a double top. There's a clear rejection of the break to a new recovery high. Market leaders like AI got absolutely killed today, and the wave count allows for a top here. Today's time and price were direct hits for a high based on somebody else's work. We use the mixed signals rules, but unless we get and promptly overtake today's high, the odds are very good today's high is going to stand for at least the next few trading sessions and probably longer than that. This is bearish stuff. So we'll see how we open tomorrow. Commonest thing, not a guarantee, commonest thing is we gap under this range, and if so, I think that would seal the top here, at least over the short term. Tomorrow's pattern is really low, and that's today's call.